that you walk in that one room and you are on your way to get your BBL finally. So I wanted to do this because in the past I talked about, you know, what I went through, but I think I wanted to to go more in detail. So for those, you know, who want to know the whole thing and you know, and what was involved and those little things that I didn't talk about in my previous videos, stay tuned because, you know, I'm gonna be talking about all those things that you may want to know. So the first thing is when you first get there, at least in my case, I was asked by one of the nurses to go in the bathroom and get undressed. She asked me to take off all my clothes, including my underwear, and the only thing that I needed to wear was the compression socks. So she said, okay, just go in the bathroom and change, and then she gave me this blue rug, and it has like an opening in the front, and she's like, just come out with the rug, and that's it. So I went and did, and then she also asked me to handle her all the medication that they asked me, and also the stuff that they asked me to bring, such as like the Pampers and like the maxi pads and, you know, and all these things that they asked me to bring. And then after that, she said, okay, well, now you have to go to the surgeon's room. And so that's when I met my surgeon. And, you know, he said, oh, yeah, I'm Henry. I'm going to be your surgeon, this and that. And that's when the first thing that he asked me, you know, was like, what is it that you want? So that's when you have to tell them, what do you want them to do with your body? Because they're basically, I see them like they are like artists, right? Like they really do art with your body. And that's when you have to tell them what will make you happy. And he will let you know, what is it that he can do. Because let's be honest, you have to be realistic. You can't go there, and I explained this before, you have to have realistic expectations. You can't go there thinking, oh, I'm gonna come out looking like Kim Kardashian or Michelle K. Okay, that's not gonna happen in one shot. Even if they can extract all that fat from your body, there's so much that they can put in your booty. And this is because they not only have like an amount of fat that they can transfer. I think it's like 4,000 cc's. Not only that, your skin also plays, an important role here. If your skin doesn't stretch as much, they have to stop injecting the fat in your booty. So there's a lot of things involved. So it's not like you can come out, like Kim Kardashian in one shot. And I explained this before. So you have to be realistic. He will let you know, what is it, that is possible and what is not possible. If you have any questions, that's the time before you go into the surgeon's room, like that's the one time that you have to clarify any doubts that you might have. Me, I'm a Snoopy person, and I've watched a lot of videos about BBL. So I was just like throwing questions like, dude, trust me, I know how this works. So, and he's like, oh, you actually know I love them. I'm like, yeah, of course. So, that's when you have to ask, whatever you need to ask. And then if I'm looking down, it's because I have the list of the things I want to talk about because, I don't want to miss anything. Once he asks you, he will set, the expectations, and then he will take your pictures, your before pictures. So he will ask you to go on this wall, and then he's like, you need to take your clothes off. So that's when you take your clothes off. In the beginning, it may be a little bit uncomfortable, like, oh my gosh, I just met this dude and now he's gonna see me naked. Trust me, you're not the only one. He's seen the same thing so many times. Trust me, he's not gonna be impressed. So don't even think about it. I was a little shy, like, oh shit. But then at the end, I was like, okay, whatever. So I just took it off. He's like, oh, I just go, like do this. And then like you go on the side and whatever. He takes the pictures, right? After he takes the pictures, that's when he starts marking you, right? So he asked me to do certain positions, like, bend over. And I guess he was like marking the areas where I will have like the rolls or the skin will like fold like that, like if you do that. And he will mark it, and then he will like ask me like to like hunch and bend over and this and that. And then when he was done marking me, then that's when he would that's when he told me certain things. And then he told me like, oh, well, you know, the room is gonna be cold because, you know, we need to keep it, you know, we need to keep it clean, and we need to keep it like very cold because of the germs, the bacteria, something like that. Like, I guess if it's cold, the bacteria can't live in the cold, I guess. So that's why that room is like a freaking freezer. Like, it's so freaking cold, seriously. And then he told me, okay, well, he explained to me how the procedure was gonna go, you know, like, oh, you know, we're gonna put local anesthesia. It's not gonna be general anesthesia. You know, we're going to give you something to make you druggy, and then we're going to give you the epidural. I always tend to forget that word. The epidural. And he's like, well, you know, we're gonna put it in your spine. That's gonna numb all your torso. You're not gonna feel anything. However, you know, we want to let you know that you may feel something uncomfortable, like in your upper part of the back, like right here, because the anesthesia doesn't reach there as much as in the lower part. So he warned me that I may feel something there, but I didn't care. Like, I was just like, just get the shit over with. Like, I don't care. So, you know, he explained to me the process and everything. And then he's like, okay, do you have any questions? And I was like, you know, I asked him a few questions, and then let me see if I'm forgetting anything. Well, after that, you know, after like, he explains everything. He's like, okay, well, now let's go. Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. And once you get there, he's like, okay, well, now you have to take your, you know, your bra off again. Because I put it back on, you know, after he took the pictures. Because I was feeling a little naked. And so I had to take it off again. I had to go in the bed completely naked. There were 3 ladies in there. And then that's when they put the IV on me. I noticed that they had music going on. And I was like, why they have music on? And then I remember, oh, I'm going to be awake. That's right. So they had, like, you know, nice music. They try to make it nice for you so you don't feel like, because it's a little intimidating when you walk in there and it's like, oh shit, finally, this is it, you know. And so I guess they try to make it a little better for you. So they played the music, you know. The one lady, one of them was talking to me, you know, they try to be friendly and nice. You don't feel uncomfortable. She was talking to me, and then the other one was putting the IV on me. When she finally found my vein, she put the IV on me. And then one thing I noticed is, like, they didn't give me the blue pill. The one pill they talk on the videos, I was expecting them to give me the pill. No, in Costa Rica, they don't give you the pill. What they do is they put the thing in the IV. So they didn't give me anything. I didn't have to take any pills at all. They put everything through the IV. All the medicine and the stuff they asked me to bring, like the Grabol, and they asked me to bring an antibiotic that is like an injectable as well. They put it in the IV. They put all the shit in the IV. And then, you know, she was patting my head, and I was just laying there. And then that's when the anesthesia hit. Like, poof. And I explained this before. I was like literally falling. It was like in the Matrix. I was like going back, like, oh my Lord. And it felt awesome. Yes. And I know I said it before, but man, that shit felt so good. Oh my God, I wish I could just buy that and like sedate myself here in the room. I'm just kidding. Oh, but it felt good though. So, you know, I'm sorry, my phone is like freaking dying again. Anyways, so I felt like I was going in a hole. And that's when they put the epidural on me. I didn't feel it at all. Like, you know, I was drugged. I didn't feel it at all. So they put it on me. And then I remember that, you know, I've seen the doctor like going back and forth with the cannula. I do believe, not only do believe, but the reason why they don't do general anesthesia is because they have to flip you. You know, you have to like move. And I guess if you're like completely asleep, that will be hard for them to be like flipping you, and then also you can't be on your buttocks, so you have to be awake so you can help them with the, you know, with the process. I remember they asked me to flip and move, and I was like drugging whatever, but it was feeling good. Like, to me, it felt good. The whole thing felt good. It felt almost like a massage. And I know a lot of people be like, how can you even feel good with that? I don't know. It felt like a massage. Like, literally felt like that. Like, it felt good. Like, I remember I was just like laying there all relaxed. And then one thing I noticed, like at least here in Costa Rica, is like we do two different type of lipo. Okay, they do the general one, which is the one that, you know, they use the bigger cannula. And then once they insert the cannula, it releases this liquid, and what it does is it breaks the fat cells so they can suck them easily. And they have to use this one versus the laser one, because the laser one will burn and will kill the fat cells, so they're not good for transfer. So what they do is they use the traditional cannula with the traditional lipo to extract the fat. And once they extract the fat, they have to filter it, because what happens is, like, when they extract it, there's like liquids and oils in the fat as well, and you don't want your surgeon to insert that as it is, because what happens is, like, you may end up with this giant ass when you first walk out of there, and then what's gonna happen is your body's going to absorb those oils and those liquids in the following weeks, so you're gonna go from a giant ass to like a, you know, like, it's gonna shrink. So you don't want your surgeon to inject that as they extract it. They have to filter it, you know, so they put it through the strainer, and then they extract pure fat. And that's what you want them to put in your booty, pure fat. So that's what they did. After they were done putting the fat, you know, and extracting my fat and putting it in my booty, you know, with these giant injections, syringes or whatever they are, they do use laser. And the reason why they use laser is because with the traditional lipo, people often end up with like saggy skin, you know, left over from, you know, the removal of the fat. And with the laser one, that doesn't happen. Actually, what happens is that the laser stimulates the collagen production. So what this does is basically it makes your skin look tighter. And also it helps with the tissue coagulation. So all these, you know, in general, all these things make your skin look better, and also your body looks more sculpted afterwards. So they use the two different liposuctions, which I thought it was awesome, you know, that they did that. Most people just use the traditional lipo. They do both because they want to make sure that your skin is going to look great and your skin is going to go back to normal and it's gonna look good. So they did that. They did the laser one. With the laser one, you can see when they put it inside, you can see like the little light inside your skin, you know. So it's kind of fun. After, you know, they were done, you know, lipo, everything, I was fully awake. I could hear them talk. I could hear them, you know, doing what, and I could see them doing what they were doing. They asked me, you know, to go in the wheelchair. They wrapped me up, you know, with the maxi pads, because I was like, obviously I had a lot of liquid coming out. So they wrapped me up, and I looked hilarious. I looked like literally like coming out of the movie The Mummy, like that. Not only because I was druggy, it's because I was wrapped up in like, you know, maxi pads everywhere. And also I had to wear my the pamper, which I thought it was because I was gonna be pooping. And I imagined the doctor like cleaning and oh man, like I have a lot of imagination. No, you're not gonna be pooping. You know, the pamper is because you're going to be throwing a lot of liquid, and you know, you need to catch it. So after that, you know, they put me in the wheelchair and they took me out of there and put me in the recovery room, where I stayed for a few hours with the IV on, you know, making sure everything was right. And yeah, that was basically it. It's a very easy, not easy, but it's not like a major surgery, you know what I mean? Like, that can be done in a few hours. I know they have to take their time because they have to extract the fat and put it in your booty, but you know, it's nothing out of this world. I actually enjoy the process. Not enjoying the recovery as much, but the whole process was kind of fun. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, you know, I'm more than glad to answer any questions. I'm gonna have to leave it here because once again I have to keep my videos under 15 minutes, otherwise YouTube is not gonna let me to upload them. And okay, I guess that's it. I hope I didn't forget anything, and if I do, I will mention it in another video, you know. Anyways, have a great night, guys. It's nighttime here, so just gonna go to bed now. Bye bye.